Jungkook thought it would be the perfect prank, pretending to cheat on you with Mina, a girl he knew through the company. Mina had been around the group a few times, and she seemed friendly enough. However, he didn't realize that Mina's feelings for him went beyond friendship. She was genuinely obsessed with him. Jungkook, oblivious to Mina's intentions, asked for her help in pulling off the prank. All you need to do is act a little flirty with me when YN comes in. Pretend like we've been hanging out all day, he said, confident that you'd find it funny, or at least confront him in a playful way. Mina agreed almost too eagerly, a sly smile crossing her lips as she looked at Jungkook. Of course, anything for you, Jungkook. He didn't notice the glint in her eyes or the way she looked at him, and he continued planning the prank, convinced that everything would go smoothly. The stage was set. Mina was sitting close to Jungkook in his room, her hand casually resting on his thigh as they pretended to laugh about something. She had deliberately left her belongings scattered around, her phone, her jacket, and even her lipstick on his desk. Jungkook thought it would all make the scene look convincing. Meanwhile, you arrived at the dorm, excited to spend time with Jungkook. You greeted the members, but they all looked uneasy, as if they knew something you didn't. Hey, YN, Jungkook's in his room, Jimin said, his tone unusually serious. You felt a twinge of anxiety, sensing that something wasn't right. You walked down the hallway and approached Jungkook's room. As you reached for the doorknob, you heard a girl's voice, a soft, flirtatious laugh that made your heart sink. Slowly, you pushed open the door. What you saw made your blood run cold. Mina was sitting right next to Jungkook, her hand resting intimately on his thigh, and she was leaning in close, whispering something in his ear. Her jacket was draped over the back of his chair, and her lipstick was lying on his desk, right next to his belongings. It looked like they had been together for hours, completely comfortable and familiar with one another. Mina? Jungkook? What is this? You asked, your voice shaking as the tears welled up in your eyes. Jungkook's head snapped up, and he saw the devastation on your face. For a second, he was stunned, not expecting you to react so strongly. YN, wait, it's not what it looks like. Before he could explain, Mina smirked, leaning even closer to Jungkook. Oh, YN, didn't he tell you? She said, her voice dripping with fake sympathy. We've been seeing each other for a while now. You felt your heart shatter as you took in her words. What are you talking about? You demanded, turning to Jungkook. Is this true? Jungkook's eyes widened as he realized the prank was spiraling out of control. No, YN, it's not true. It's just a prank, he said, reaching for your hand. But before he could touch you, Mina grabbed his arm and pulled him back. Jungkook, why are you still pretending? She said, her tone shifting to one that was almost possessive. You don't need to hide it anymore. You took a step back, feeling the world tilt beneath your feet. Why is she saying this, Jungkook? Jungkook felt a cold wave of panic wash over him. Mina wasn't following the script. They had planned for her to act flirty, but not like this. Mina, what are you doing? He hissed, trying to pull away from her grip. Mina's eyes darkened as she tightened her hold on him. I'm tired of pretending, Jungkook. I know you feel something for me. Why else would you ask me to be part of this? She said, her voice low and filled with a strange intensity. Your hands shook as you tried to process what was happening. Jungkook, is she serious? Did you really? Jungkook finally broke free from Mina's grasp and turned to you, his expression desperate. YN, no, it's not true. She's taking this too far. I promise it's just a prank gone wrong. He took a step towards you, but you backed away, the pain and confusion written all over your face. Mina's smile turned into a smirk as she watched the scene unfold. Oh, come on, YN. It's obvious he's been spending time with me for a reason, she taunted. Why else would he have me here all day, in his room, with no one else around? Jungkook's face paled as he turned back to Mina. Stop it, Mina. This isn't part of the prank. But Mina wasn't backing down. She stood up and moved closer to Jungkook, running her hand down his arm as she whispered, Jungkook, we don't have to hide it anymore. She knows now. You felt the tears spilling down your cheeks as you stared at them, your heart breaking at the sight. I can't believe this, you whispered, your voice cracking. I trusted you. Jungkook's eyes filled with regret and panic as he tried to approach you. Why, En, please, it's not real. I don't have feelings for her. I only love you. He reached out for you, but you shook your head, stepping back. How could you do this to me? You cried, your voice filled with betrayal. I thought this was just a joke, but now I don't know what to believe. Mina's eyes glinted with satisfaction as she watched you break down. See, Jungkook? She's better off without you. We can be together now. Jungkook's expression hardened as he turned back to Mina, pulling his arm away from her grasp. Mina, that's enough. I've made a mistake by involving you in this. He looked at you, his eyes pleading. YN, I swear, she's lying. I had no idea she would do this. But the damage was done. You felt like you couldn't breathe, the pain too overwhelming. I need to get out of here, you said, your voice barely above a whisper. As you turned to leave, Jungkook tried to stop you, grabbing your arm gently. Please, YN, don't go. Let me explain. You pulled your arm free, your eyes filled with hurt. You've already said enough. With that, you walked out of the room, leaving Jungkook standing there, a look of regret etched on his face. Mina, watching you leave, couldn't help but smile. She had gotten what she wanted, to drive a wedge between you and Jungkook. Jungkook, realizing the extent of his mistake, knew he had to do everything in his power to fix it. But as he watched you walk away, he feared that he had pushed things too far, and he wasn't sure if he could ever win your trust back.